Yeah, so his advice, it was something like sleep more than you study, study more than you party, but party as much as you can. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So, I made like 3 YouTube videos over winter break, and then I got back to college and I was like, wow, I don't really have much time to do anything. So, I'm back now. And the last video I posted, it said part 1, but there's not going to be a part 2 because I accidentally deleted it and I can't get it back, so yeah. If anyone was dying to see part 2 of that, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. But anyways, so because I had, not uploaded because of college, I figured, oh, now that I'm done with my first year, I should do a little advice type video or, things that I wish I had known going into freshman year. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily applicable to everybody. This is just advice that I would give from my own experience. And maybe it's totally different for you or someone else, but I'm just saying what advice I would give to someone if they had asked based on my own personal experiences. So let's get into it. My first thing that I would say is try not to worry so much about making friends and fitting in and that kind of thing, because I know it can be really scary, but everyone going into this school is in the same boat as you, or like all the first years, they're all in the same boat as you, so everyone feels so scared and it's like, oh my god, am I gonna make friends, am I gonna fit in? And you will make friends, you will fit in, you'll find your like group of people with the same interests as you, or like people in your hall. And if you like don't party, if you do party, you'll find people who like the same thing as you. So it's really not a big thing. Like, obviously you're still gonna be scared, I know, it's like a lot easier said than done, but once you get there you realize people are like so amazing in college. Like, I have met the best people at this school and I'm so thankful that I go here, and it's awesome because everyone has been so welcoming and so nice, and hopefully you guys have the same experience too. So my second thing is, I would say definitely try to get involved and try new things, even like stuff that you're already interested in. You can get involved in clubs, sports teams, whether that's intramural or a club or, like the varsity team. Literally anything that is like stuff that you've wanted to try your whole life or you've been doing your whole life. They'll probably have something for you, and it honestly helps so much with making friends. Like, even my job that I have on campus, like, the people I work with have become my family, and I'm so thankful that I started working there because I don't know what I'd do without these people. And so I'm involved in theater at school too, and those people are wonderful. Like, I have so many little families on campus. It's so cute because I have like my group of friends that I made just from like going around, and then I have my theater family and my work family, and it's really awesome. So definitely get involved in stuff because that helps tremendously with making friends, and it just makes school, like the transition from being at home to school all the time, so much easier when you're doing stuff that you love. Because if you're just there doing work all the time, it's easy to get really homesick. The third thing I would say is, this one kind of seems obvious to be honest, but I feel like it's worth saying. But it's like wicked easy to get distracted because you're basically living with your friends. So obviously it's hard to like focus when you're around your friends all the time, unless you guys are always studying, but I feel like that probably won't always happen. So just make sure you find somewhere where you can be productive and you can focus, because there are times where I'll be like, oh, I'll just go to the common room and do work, and I end up not doing anything. So yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth it to know, like, to figure out a place on campus, whether that's your room, the library, the common room, or like a cafe somewhere, to be able to do your work. And personally for me, I don't really go to the library because when it's completely silent, I'm so focused on not making any noise because I'm afraid of like annoying other people that like I don't actually do work because I'm like, oh my god, any slight movement or noise that I make is gonna be the end of the world. So I don't know, I can do work in my room pretty well. The common room, I kind of can do work, usually not, but like if I'm in a really productive mood, then it works. And also like at the little coffee shops at school, that's good for me. Or the dining hall actually, but it can get kind of loud sometimes, so it's not always the best, but it works. Okay, so this next one, in my opinion, could possibly be the most important thing on my whatever list of advice that I'm giving you. So college is a time to focus on you, focus on yourself. It's a time to figure out who you are, what you want to be, obviously, right? So don't forget that, and don't let other people like hinder your growth there, because it's really easy to get like sidetracked and focused on other things. But you need to remember that this is a time for you to figure out you. You have to keep in mind that you are at this place to create a better future for you, whatever that means. But yeah, just basically, please focus on yourself. That's what I'm saying. And this last one kind of connects to the one I just said, but so obviously you're gonna have fun. Have as much fun as you can, but don't forget that you're there to get an education, because it's extremely easy to let all the fun get in the way of studying and like staying organized for class. And sometimes, yeah, you will end up doing something last minute because of a really busy weekend or whatever. But you can't let that become a habit, because if you're always doing stuff last minute and you keep coming to class unprepared, or you keep waking up later than you should and you keep going to class late, it'll like send you in a downward spiral, and that will really not be good. So yes, have fun. Have the best time. But don't forget that you're there to study too. Within like the first little bit of school, when I would FaceTime my mom and dad, they would be like, oh, like, how do you like it? Like, what's school like? And I'd be like, oh, it's so awesome. It's like camp. And they would be like, don't say that, because camp is all fun and no work. And that's not what school is. Have fun. Put yourself out there. Join clubs, teams, whatever. But don't forget to study and to stay on top of things, because it's very easy to get off track and to get behind, and it's just not the best. It's not fun to be behind, and it's not fun to go into a quiz not knowing anything and you're looking at the questions and you don't know the answer to anything. So just make sure, like, if you're gonna go out on the weekends, or if you're gonna do something when you know, instead of doing work, then make sure you have a separate time to do it. Which, this might seem really obvious actually, but I just didn't realize, going into college, I didn't realize how easy it was gonna be to not do work. Because in high school, you know, it's, you go to school, you go to sports practice, whatever sport you play, maybe you have play rehearsal, and then you go home and you're separate from all the like friends and drama and school stuff, right? And you can do your work because you're at home, you're in your own space. But in college, school is home, which is great, but it just makes things a lot easier to be forgotten about. So yeah, that's all I have for now. Obviously, there's so much more to be said about college. Ask other people for advice too, because different experiences, different advice, you know. But if you're heading off to school this year, then best of luck. It's gonna be awesome.